If you want to level up your WordPress skills, you need to know about automations. What if I tell you that you can connect your WordPress website to basically anything on the internet? This is the superpower of automation tools. So I'm pretty sure you are familiar with some of them external to WordPress. Let's say Zappier or Make. So Zappier here allows you to create Zap. So Zap can have different names depending on the tool we are going to use. In Make, it's not called Zap, it's called Scenario. And we have another tool, a third one, that I want to show you later in the video. Stick around. But here, let's say I want to click on Create and we can create a new Zap together. And Zapier works pretty well for WordPress. Same for Make. So here you have a trigger and an action. So a trigger and an action are the two main components of an automation tool. So you always need to trigger your scenario, your Zap in this case. So what triggers it, what happens, and then what happens afterwards, so meaning an action. So you can have one or many actions that you want, depend on the tool you're going to use. But basically you have a trigger and an action. This is the ins and outs of a scenario in an automation tool. So here, let's say that the trigger is related to WordPress. You can make a search and search for WordPress here, and you can have many different triggers. Let's say you want to be triggered by a new post. You create a new post on your blog, on your website. So I click on new post, I click on continue. So now I need to sign in and do the connection and everything, of course. And then if I click straight on action, you can have as many actions as you want. So let's say that you want your blog post to be automatically posted on socials, let's say LinkedIn. So I click on LinkedIn, and now I need to select what kind of event I want the action to be. So it can be create a company update, create a share update, or create a new action using AI. I don't even know what this is about, but basically it's gonna post my blog post on LinkedIn. This is how you can connect WordPress to basically anything on internet. So this is called Zapier. You have other tools. This one is also very famous. This is called Make, and you can create scenarios. So it's a lot more user friendly. A lot more, you have a lot more cuteness in the editor. So if you open the scenario builder here, this is a cute builder. You're gonna land here, and you can click on the huge plus. So you can just move around just like this, and you can click on plus. You can select a trigger, let's say WordPress, but of course it's not just about WordPress core. Sometimes you need to connect other tools inside WordPress. So can be plugins, and the most popular one of course is WooCommerce. So if we make a search for WooCommerce, you have WooCommerce here. So I can select WooCommerce, and I have many triggers. Watch customers, watch order, new event. So a new event can be an order being placed. So most of the time, if you want to connect something with WooCommerce, it's related to an order that is being placed on your website. So you can select a new event here, WooCommerce. Then you need to make the connection. So let's just skip it here, and then you can click on the plus and select something to be triggered, like an action. So if you want again to have something related to LinkedIn, I can go and try to select something for LinkedIn. You have many actions here. You have just a LinkedIn over here, and you can create a user text post, delete a user post, create post. Okay, so you get it. So this is Make, and before that was Zapier. These are among the most popular tools out there if you want to connect WordPress to anything. This is called automation tools, and it really level up your game. So it's very important to know about these tools and what type of superpower you have using Make or Zapier. But what I want to share with you in this video is a Zapier or a Make, but tailored for WordPress, 100% native to WordPress. This is called SureTriggers. So guys, this is basically the same, but it's entirely made for WordPress. It means that you have a lot more integrations and you have a lot of superpowers related to WordPress. So it's really amazing. And you have to know such plugins if you want to have more skills in WordPress, if you want to be able to do more. So let's check this together. Just make a search for SureTriggers. You have a free version. You can install the free version of SureTriggers. You click on install now, and we're gonna activate and create a free account related to this WordPress website. So you can just click on get started now. Now I'm gonna create a new account. Don't forget to click on create a new account. It's gonna be written here you just click on create a new account. So I'm going to do that. So now I just need to verify my email address. Verify and continue. Okay, now it's done. So we just need to click on authorize and continue to do the connection. So it's tied to a free account on SureTriggers servers because you have best of both worlds, meaning that you can do the same like Make and Zappier and so on through a WordPress plugin, but it doesn't rely on your hosting server. It's going to be all the heavy work is going to be done by the servers of SureTriggers. Okay, so we have the onboarding wizard. Let's start. This is not really important, so I'm just gonna select like business owner, e-commerce, whatever. Select, okay, solopreneur, intermediate, done. So now we can just skip this step if we want, but of course we need to select this app. I think we don't need to do that actually now. I think it's done already for WordPress. So we're gonna circle back to this later. Let's just click on continue. It's not really important. And these are receipts. So receipts are just shortcuts for you to understand how you can use SureTriggers. And if you just want to save some time, you can use receipts, or it can just give you some instances of what you can do with SureTriggers. So you can use receipts later. For now, we can just click on continue again, and we can create our first workflow. So for workflow, it's the same like scenario in Make and Zap in Zappier. My first workflow, and then we can workflow, yes, and then we can click on start building. So we have a visual canvas like Make or Zap, and we are able now to build our first automation. So again, now if you just need to play around with SureTriggers, you just need to think about what you want to connect, what plugin you want to connect with what. So a trigger and an action or many actions. So for here, I can just click on add trigger and make a search. So let's dive into what integration we have because we have so many plugins. So this is all you have now, and you have new integrations coming almost every week. If not every week, it's every month. So you have many more coming. And this is already huge because you have many WordPress plugins, a lot more that you can find on Make and Zappier. This is the power of SureTriggers. And at the same time, you have many external services that you can connect because you want to do the connection between external services and WordPress plugins. You have Easy Digital Downloads here, Dropbox, Drip. You have a lot of CRM and email marketing tools. You have also, Google Sheets or Notion or Slack or Discord. You have all these different plugins. And at the same time, you have not plugins or services, and at the same time you have plugins for WordPress. Like you have all the different Fluent plugins, Fluent Booking, CRM, Forms, Support, and you have so many going on. You have Heroes, which is a good surprise, and you also have membership services like tools like Podia or MyKajabi. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. I say just MyKajabi. So you have many going on. So let's dive into some different instances of what you can do. Let's say you want to post on social media. You have a blog post on your WordPress on your website, and then you want to post it automatically on LinkedIn. Same example. So I need to select WordPress as a trigger because it's just blog post, so it's coming from WordPress core, and you select an event. So it's going to be post. Maybe I missed it. Oh yes, post. Type move to trash, not post created. Just here, post created. Then you need to select connection. So of course, it seems pretty obvious that we need to select this one and unique connection here because it's related to this website and we have no other connections here. But why do you need to select again the connection here because you're already on this website? Well, because one of the superpower of SureTriggers is that you can connect many different WordPress websites together. So you can have a site A as a trigger and a site B, website B, as an action. So it means that if you have, let's say, a purchase on the first website, it can trigger the creation of an account on a second website, let's say a subdomain. You can do this type of work with SureTriggers, so it's very powerful. This is why you can have one or many connections because you would just need to select another connection from another WordPress website that is tied to the same SureTriggers account to create workflows between websites. So here I select the one and only connection, then the post type is just post because it's just blog post. Let's say, doesn't matter for now, anyone here. And you can just fetch data. It's just to be absolutely sure that the connection is working well, properly. So you can just click once and you're done. if you have at least one blog post, it will work. It will fetch some data just to be sure that everything is set up properly. You can click on save and you're done. Now you just need to select an action. So I click on plus and let's make a search for LinkedIn. Okay, we have LinkedIn here and we need to select an event. So let's say I just want to share an article or URL. You can also share a simple text, by the way, and we need to select a connection because we don't have any connection with any LinkedIn account. This is where you need to do the connection. So just click on create new connection and you will be able to link your LinkedIn account to this SureTrigger account and create workflows. That's it. That's how you create workflows and you can connect your WordPress website to anything on the internet. So I have a few examples to share with you what amazing things you can do with SureTriggers. Let's update the trigger and change it. Click on change and now let's say that we want to trigger something from SureCart, like an order has been created, any order, doesn't matter. You need to create a connection as well, so I don't need to do that for now. I just want to show you very, very quickly. Then I click on plus and I want an action and now I want to add a new entry in a database in Notion, and you just need to select Notion and you will be able to create database item here. And you need to set up the connection obviously, and so on and so forth. So this is as simple as that. Each time you want to trigger something, it's not really complicated and you can do it again and again. I have many examples I just written here. So let's say you want to sell a Slack team, a Slack space. You can set up a WooCommerce subscription with a Slack membership. You can sell courses and then connect the courses to a Podia membership, a Podia account or a Kajabi account. You can connect Google Sheet if you want to have a spreadsheet that you keep updated with the different purchases you have on your e-commerce website. You can connect it to Google Sheet, for instance. You can also connect print-on-demand services to WooCommerce or also SureCart. Each time you have an order being created on your website, you can send an email to someone. If you can send an email to someone with the details of what has been purchased, it means that you can do drop shipping just by sending an email each time you have a new purchase. You can also send a message automatically through WhatsApp or Telegram with SureTriggers. Or you can also connect Zoom. You can create a Zoom meeting on Zoom with some kind of purchase also on SureCart or WooCommerce. So as you can tell, SureTriggers is very, very powerful, and I just scratched the surface here. You can do much more with SureCart. You can use delay, conditions. You can build entire trees with many, many branches of what's going on into a workflow. So that's very powerful. And by the way, if you want to know more about SureTriggers, I made a video a few months ago about triggers buttons, and it's very, very neat. You can do some workflows connection just by the click of a button. Someone click on a button of your website and it can trigger whatever you want after that. So you should check out this video. I'm going to link this video on the screen. And if you want to dive deep into SureTriggers, I recommend to check out this video now.